Hey everybody, welcome back. I got the guitar today. What I thought was a great deal off of Fender's website. And I hate to say this, folks, but at least in this particular case, I'm disappointed. Now, just so you know, let's talk about the guitar again. This is the Squier Affinity Stratocaster that Fender is currently blowing out for $149.99 off of their website through the Fender website. And I was one of the suckers that fell for it. And I thought I was getting a great deal, by the way, because these guitars are normally $299.99, I believe, and sometimes they're on sale for $249.99, I think. And you can get them on sale for $199.99. $149.99 was a crazy, insane price. And in any event, I went with it, thinking I'm going to get a great deal. And let me tell you my thoughts on at least the guitar I got. So first off, the last Affinity Strat that I bought was an Indonesian build. And I think the build quality on the Indonesian build was a little bit better than on this one, which is made in the China factory for Fender. So this is a 2022 build out of the China factory. And let me tell you what I don't like about the guitar first off. So right out of the chute, these frets are horrible. They're sharp. And I understand you can get one or two sharp frets on the guitar depending upon, especially this time of year. But these things are sharp up and down the neck across the entire fretboard. So the fret ends are far from being, attended to on this guitar. The other thing is the fretboard itself, which I believe is a Laurel fretboard, is extremely, extremely dry. Well, I don't know if you can hear that or not. Yeah, let me see. Yeah, that you could probably hear. It's extremely dry. So this thing has been probably sitting in a warehouse for Lord knows how long, probably since early 2022. But so sharp fret ends, dry fretboard. The tuners on here, on this guitar, some of them have way too much slack in them, right? Movement slack. Others I can barely move. So I don't know what they did when they assembled this thing, but the tension on these tuners is completely uneven. The tuning that they hold is not great, but again, that could simply be to the fact that this is a new guitar. The strings are still, breaking in, but that was that. The other thing, this was set up absolutely horribly. Out of the factory, the strings were pretty much sitting on the fretboard. So I had to do an adjustment using the truss rod to remove some of the tension on the guitar and increase the string height so that it was somewhat playable. But it still had buzzing on the strings, especially the E and the A string, up and down the fretboard. I tried raising the string heights at the saddle. I looked at the nut to see if there was anything I could do. I don't have a fret checker to see, but I'm assuming there are probably a couple of raised frets on this guitar. But here, if you can hear this or not, and I'll just play it, open string. The buzzing on the open string went away a little bit. It was horrible at first, but you can hear that, right? Buzzing is horrible. A couple of dead frets, but extreme buzzing up and down the fretboard on the E and the A string. And again, I made several adjustments, not only with the truss rod, but also with the saddle heights. And they still exist. So I'm not going to get involved here where I'm going to start playing around and seeing if I can file down some frets and see if that removes the problem or replacing the nut. This is going back because it just has, too many issues right out of the box for somebody like myself who is not somebody willing to do luthier work on the guitar or tinkering with the guitar. Now, I know a lot of you, hold off the comments, are going to come back and say, Joe, it's real simple. All you need to do is this, and this, and that'll resolve it. Guys, when I buy a guitar these days, there's too many other brands out there outside of this particular well-known household brand where you can get a guitar out of the box that's relatively playable, in decent shape, where you're not shredding your hands or not having issues with extreme buzzing on the guitar. Now, again, they can probably be resolved without too much work, but I'm not the guy to do it, and I'm not bringing this thing to the guitar center near me or guitar shops in my neighborhood and pay to get this thing set up properly, because then it defeats the savings that I made on this guitar to begin with, the reason I bought it. So I'm a little bit disappointed in that respect. I was hoping for a better result when I got this guitar, a better experience. But guys, when you buy budget guitars, whether it's from Squier or from anybody else, it's a throw of the dice, a flip of the coin, however you want to look at it. Because you got a 50-50 chance of getting something that's a good instrument or something that's not so good. In this particular case, the sharp fret ends, the issues with the buzzing, the fact that the fretboard is dry as hell does not lend itself well to a good playing experience, especially if you buy this for a child, right? You have no experience whatsoever, and you're buying it for your child to learn on, a student to start playing on, whatever the case might be. You, as an older person, just taking up guitar, you're going to get fed up with and put this thing down before you even give it a fair shot, simply because it's just not comfortable to play and not fun to play because of these various issues. So, unfortunately, this particular purchase of this blowout deal off the Fender website for a Squier Affinity Stratocaster was thumbs down for me. Not a good one. But in any event, hopefully you guys, if you've ordered them, because the price is great, you guys could get a completely different guitar sent to you where you don't have any of these issues. And I'm hoping that's the case. So if you like these videos, and I didn't even bother plugging this thing in because there's no point at this point with respect to this particular guitar. You want to hear it acoustically? I'll play it acoustically. How's that? But in any event, any questions, put them below in the comments. If you think these videos are helpful and useful to you, please subscribe. As always, guys, until the next time, be well and stay safe. Take care.